Hey, look, it's one of the different dinosaur types. Last time I was not really complaining, but kind of curious about the fact that I was only seeing the runner type, which is the long spindly ones. But I finally get to see one of the Triceratops. Hello, little trike friend. I'm gonna punch you in the face now, okay? Sorry about this. This is nothing personal. I just need the dino meat. Sorry, dino friend. I do like your design. Anyways, hello, everybody. I need new clothes. These ones are all tattered. My name is Artendris, and welcome back to the DBC mod. Last time, we finally found our first Jedi Temple, and I was actually doing a bit more exploration and found a second one, so we're gonna get the goodies out of this in a moment. But yeah, we finally found our first Jedi Temple. We got the rewards out of this. There's a chest somewhere in this room. The last one gave us like 3 pieces of wool and 3 cooked chicken. It was not worth it. But we did actually find our first holocron, and this one will actually have a few more as well. It started exploring the force powers. Right now, we only have access to blade throw and battle meditation. I was hoping there was a bit better synergy with actually passing over the DVC damage through that, but this is just like a little 9 damage thing, and battle meditation adds like 1, maybe 2 points, depending on whatever weapon we're using. It's not as good as I was hoping, but maybe some of the later things will also help out. But anyways, other than that, as I start clearing out this, I forgot I added in this. I forgot I had added in a vein miner for a while, and it's so nice. A singular lightsaber circuit, that's something. That means we can make a second lightsaber if we wanted. Might as well just fill this in. I don't need all this blue terracotta. I still have a bunch left over. Anyways, we continued on with the story missions. So we hit 50 base form mastery, which was basically enough to push us over the hurdle that was Piccolo. We managed to finally beat him, which instantly rocketed, rocketed us, blah, into the Saiyan Saga, which is where we now are. Basically, it starts off, you fight a couple of Cybermen. They're kind of annoying, but you're not fighting many. Although I was unprepared and they sent me to the other world. Anyways, you fight some little green friends that are smaller than our previous green friends. A whole bunch of trikes now. So we took them down. They killed us once, but it's fine. And then we fight Raditz, the first of the Saiyans. And definitely a pretty major jump to Piccolo, which is saying something because Piccolo was already a menace. So we died a couple of times to Raditz, if I remember correctly, and then we had to put in a few more skill points. But eventually Raditz fell and told us about the incoming group of Saiyans that would be coming to get us at some point. So we fight another group of Cybermen. That took a while, but we won. And now we're on to the next story mission, which is being in a dirty stone biome and fighting Nappa and Vegeta. That is not going to be easy. We are definitely going to need to put some skill points in. So, yeah, I think that's about it for a recap and about it for all that nonsense. I think I want to do a little bit more of a fly around. I want to see if I can't find one more Jedi Temple, maybe get a little bit more circuitry out of it. And I just want to make a dual-sided lightsaber just for the fun of it. I'm going to need at least one more circuitry for that, so I'm just going to fly around for a bit longer, and then we'll get back to normally scheduled story fighting. Hello, big friend. I'm not entirely sure why you decided to start spawning in today, but I'm not going to complain about it. Hello there, Dinosaur Rex. Can I get a good picture at you? Can you please look at me? Why is my dog going off all of a sudden? 1 second. Okay, so apparently my cousin's coming over today, and I'm going out in a minute, so I guess I've only got another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to have to record the rest later. Anyways, sorry, big dino friend. I've got my photos of you now. Time to get some dino meat. Maybe? Or is the game now broken too? Nope, the game's now broken too. I had put up the video rendering distance a little bit too. Why is the game so laggy? Does the game not like your existence, big dino friend? Also, I see that there's a Jedi temple over there, but if I can't actually play the game right now, can't go explore it. Also, why can you hit me, but I can't hit you? What is going on here? There we go. There we go. I think our big dinosaur Rex friend here should give us a big dino meat rather than the small ones we're typically getting. Yep, big dinosaur meat. It's a whole lot better once I cook it up. Like, I think it's probably like double the efficiency. That's a very nice pickup. We want to fight as many of the big T-Rex friends as we can. Also, where did all my ki go? I've been flying for a little bit, but I guess... but I didn't think I was that low. What happened with this spawning in? Oh my goodness, no wonder I couldn't find this thing at first. Anyways, I'm gonna need to make another pickaxe real quick. Nope, that's the wrong button. Why do I keep pressing B, hoping that it's going to open my inventory all of a sudden? That's not how I have this set up. I don't know why I keep expecting something differently. Anyways, make you. I already had a whole bunch of sticks, didn't need to make that. Also, that's a completely wrong button. That button. Is it under the cyan? It is. Good stuff, good stuff. A singular pommel, which I think I already have multiple copies of at home. Fun. Anyways, I'm just going to fill all this back in. And then I'm going to hang out at Cell's, and then I'm going to head back to Cell's Arena. And then pause recording for now, apparently, and we'll pick up the rest of this later on. Okay, I'm back 4 hours later. So yeah, cousin came over, stayed for about an hour, then I was able to pop back on and do a little bit more work and would have started recording. But a septic truck came over at that time to fix our septic system because the pump is broken. There's that. All you would have heard was a big truck noises the entire time, so couldn't record then. And then I had to head out with my sister afterwards. Head to the store real quick and then come back after 40 minutes. So finally I get to actually sit down and record. That's nice. Yeah, definitely doing... Brain not working perfectly right now. Definitely a little bit of overload. But anyways, as I said, I was able to be on here for a little bit, doing a little bit of work. Basically just dealt with inventory stuff. We have a whole lot of lightsaber pieces now. This is mildly organized, but not super organized because I don't really have a whole lot of gold to turn these into gold chests, which I'm going to need if I want to organize it any better. I also really need to finally get my hands on some diamonds. Like, I need diamond chests for lightsaber pieces, and a diamond backpack would be very nice. Plus, all the other, like, DBC needs a few things from it. The lightsabers need diamonds to make them. It would just be very nice. Speaking of which, how do I make the Dragon Block C close? I forgot the D in Dragon Block. Or no, it is actually Dragon Block, not DBC. Whoops. There's a whole bunch of clothes from like different various characters. Some of them I think you specifically have to spawn in or fix with. What is the difference? Why are you like this? I know that you can make some of these clothes, but I think a lot of them you have to like spawn into different clothing sets. Although more or less none of them actually give armor. Actually, I think 0 of them give actual armor. Minus the actual battle armor itself, which also doesn't give armor. I could have sworn at least you did. Is it just not shown? F3H. Or is it F3 and A? I don't remember. F3 and A is that. Oh, now I see durability, at least there. I don't think I could see that before. Really, does none of this stuff give armor? I could have sworn some of it. What if I look up diamond? Diamond. Interesting. I thought that some of the DBC stuff gave armor, and you can see I have armor there. Why isn't it showing over on JEI or in my inventory? Like, if I spawn one in, yeah, it just doesn't show. That's weird. Why is it like that? What did I do to break that? Or is that just, like, DBC being weird? I have no idea. I've never seen that before. Anyways, I still have some stuff to go over what I did between that little 20 minutes. I basically cooked up some of the dino meat I've gathered. We haven't gotten much. And there were 2 dragon blocks. Yeah, they are called dragon blocks. Just, there were 3 dragon blocks hanging out just outside Goku's house. I guess I spent enough talking and, like, standing there that a new one spawned in too. So now I'm back up to 6. One more and I can summon the dragon again. And then I already showcased that I basically took care of inventory. But that's about it. Didn't really get to do much. Explored a little bit more. Where did I end off? I ended off at this one. Basically explored a little bit more over here. Didn't find really anything else. No new temples. These are the 3 we've already explored. I think I went into this blacksmith. This one and this one I basically went in and all 3 of these, I basically went in and grabbed the gold block and the stuff in those immediate chests and then left. It basically was just a few new lightsaber pieces. We'll get to see them if we make a new lightsaber, when we make a new lightsaber. Anyways, let's head over to the Rocky biome, shall we? Let's actually start looking at the story mission today. Finally. Yeah, today's been rough. Anyways, I have a lot of TP saved up, and we're going to need it. The next thing on our mission is to defeat Nappa and Vegeta. I get to defeat Nappa first and then Vegeta, at least. Let's, as a baseline, just see what happens, shall we? Yeah, it's over 9,000. It is definitely not over 9,000. I am already dead. Yeah, Nappa alone, I believe, is just about double Raditz' power. And we had a hard time beating Raditz. And then Vegeta's just stronger. Oh, I'm at 10%. Whoops. Well, that didn't help, I'm sure. I doubt I win that fight anyways, but being at 10% really doesn't help. Especially when I don't even have my other boost on. As I've said, my brain's not exactly at full capacity right now. Let's go to max. Turn off turbo mode for a second. Let's head back to the Rocky biome. Rude. Rude, Nappa. Just so that this dinosaur is getting punched in the face. Not entirely sure how the 2 things coincide, but go with it. Anyways, let's try this again at full power and still get our butts kicked, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, I did mildly better. Very, very mildly better. Well, so, yeah, we're definitely going to need to do a little bit more training to actually take on those 2. But I just thought of a thing. Sorry, Yama, we're going to see you in a moment. And by a moment, I mean like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Because we're to the part of the story. Actually, we're past the part of the story where I should have been taking on Snake Way. Because Snake Way is just about where I stopped watching DBC. Like, I've watched like the first dozen episodes or so in a row, like years ago, and then I never finished the rest of it. But basically, Goku dies to Raditz and then travels on Snake Way more or less immediately when that show starts. I didn't even see him make it to the end of Snake Way. I just know that you're supposed to travel on Snake Way after Raditz. And I just never did. So, you know what? Before I do, let's actually mark Yemma, shall we? So I can get back here a little bit faster. Otherwise, I would be running on this thing both ways. Or going to go pick a fight with something in the underworld and have it kill me real quick. That, I suppose, would get me back here faster, too. So, Yama gets smarked. And I am gonna start running. I don't quite remember how far this thing goes. If I remember correctly, it's like 2,000 blocks or something like that. Maybe 3,000, so it shouldn't take me overly long. Real time is currently 3:02. I'm just gonna keep running. I'm just gonna go run and showcase what's on the other end. So I'll see you in a little bit. I technically could fly and it would probably be faster, but I don't want to use up all of my food for that. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so the snake path went under the clouds for a moment and I saw some ores I didn't recognize. So I just hopped down into the underworld real quick. We're going to avoid getting too close to you. Was that gold? I might go gather that too. But anyways, there's some nice colorful things out down here. Like Lenori, which turns into Lenori, which you can use to make Lenori tools and armor. And then the same thing with D-Log, but the D-Log stuff looks weird. Like, look at that sword, it's just turned. And then all the armor looks like it's missing chunks. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. And then this JJ stuff is apparently a pretty good fuel source. Hold on, did that say it duplicates everything, or... Or did it just show something that gets duplicated? 7.5, so it's technically just worse than a piece of coal. Interesting. Weird. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to going along Snake Way. I'm gonna fly for a little bit, speed it up, but avoid using up too much ki and too much food. Anyways, I'm still going. Aha, here we are. It only took... It's 3:10 real time now, so about 8 minutes, and I spent about a minute and a half, 2 minutes on the ground. So I was only flying in turbo mode for 8 minutes or so. Yeah, that's still a pretty long distance. I undersold it with my like 2,000 estimate. We're 4,000 blocks away. But hello, King Kai. Hello, Jinryu. The story behind this one's actually kind of a sad one. So, King Kai, an important character from the actual show, actual series. This place also has built-in gravity. Our friend Jinryu here, though, was the original creator for this mod. Well, our friend Jin here passed away real life a few years ago now at some point. I don't quite remember when. But his brother took over mod development for this and has been doing it since he passed away. Which is... And he placed this as a memorial for him here. It's a sad story, but it is kind of a sweet remembrance and kind of a nice thing for his brother to do. It is good to see people like you who fight for the ones in need. And then he has God Form and Ultra Instinct, two of the more powerful skills. Makes sense, makes sense. The King Kai here is the one we were really here for. You can actually change your difficulty from insane to normal, but we're not going to do that. He has the Ki Blast and the Spirit Bomb to teach you. Then he can give you a t-shirt weight or an arms and legs weight. I mean, we already have a weight, but might as well grab a new one. Just see what it looks like. Yeah, we just got training rates on. Oh, we're so slow now. Eventually, we'll be able to move pretty much fine with those on, which will be funny. But then he also has skills. Some very good ones. I don't quite remember what Ki Boost is. I think it's pretty good, like upping your max by like 10-20%. I don't quite remember. Old Kai's Ritual will give us access to Mystic Mode, which... But it's on par with like Super Saiyan 3, but you can't use ki attacks, I think is how it works. We're not going to be activating that just yet. What we're really here for is Kaioken. So, I need 10 mind points real quick. And you know what? I might as well get Ki Boost while I'm here too. Kaioken and Ki Boost. Does that up our max ki amount? Max ki is 1060. Let's do that. Oh, that was more... I should have only done 5. Now I can't afford to get Ki Boost up. I was going to see if how much of a difference that made. Oh, extra output 10 from Ki Boost, I'm assuming. we're gonna have to get more TP points to get those up higher. But now we have Ki Boost, so extra Ki, and Kaioken. Now, do I remember how to do this? Yes, Kaioken is a modifier in here. It is a very powerful modifier. This is the first time we're going to be using the form change button. So if I hold a G, I get a little bit of my normal coloring turns to that. And I am now in Kaioken times 2. At level 1, I max out at Kaioken times 2. I now have this nice red aura that's constantly going. I can only hold this form for about 10 minutes, it looks like. But it's basically doubled some of my important stats. Except for willpower. It only gave about 40... a little over 50% to that. These would be at about double if it wasn't for the fact that I have gravity going on. So yeah, Kaioken. Let's pop out of that, shall we? I hold H. And now I have strained for 2 minutes, meaning I can't go back into it. But Kaioken, it's a very powerful modifier. The only problem is, if you look over to the right there, I am down a decent chunk of health just from holding it activated for that amount of time. Can these ogres go away? I want to get a good picture of our friend here, but I don't... I guess the ogres, they can be your little entourage. Just get a few of those. You're getting the thumbnail. Congratulations. So, I need like an actual... Do I just attempt to... Now that I have... Oh, Minotaurs! What are you doing here? I haven't seen you spawn at all in the overworld, but here you are down here. That's kind of cool. Ooh, Diamond Shard. Hold on, this place seems to be spawning a lot of the higher end Grimoire Gaia mobs who can give diamond pieces. Is it worth it to stay in the other world and just beat up a whole bunch of Grimoire stuff that spawns here? It's probably not worth it in comparison to just mining diamonds, but it would be somewhat nice. Oh, I think I do need lapis for some other stuff too, and I haven't found. That's a pink tree. I don't think it's a Sakura tree, but I see pink tree and I think pretty and I go see it. I am very simple-minded. Can I get a sapling? Can I get a log? It is Sakura! Yay! Hold on, I'm gonna cut down some trees and hopefully get a sapling. 1 minute. Okay, I am happy now. I have a whole bunch of Sakura saplings. I have no real reason to gather those other than pretty, and I'm going to plant a whole bunch of them. As I said, I am simple-minded. Anyways, I should probably mark King Kai, shall I? So I can get back here, no problem. Oh, your entourage is gone. I can get a better picture of just the two of you. King Kai. I don't know if we're really going to have a good reason to come back here. I mean, what other skills can they teach me? I mean, if I want to try, I'll probably try out Mystic Mode with Old Kai's Ritual at some point. Sadly, I can get God Form and Ultra Instinct elsewhere, so his NPC is not that important. Oh, these skills available from you, I don't need to get from you, but your NPC is very important. I feel like I said that weird. Said that wrong. I fell in a well. Anyways, let's instant transmission back to Yama. Totally, we have the ability instant transmission. What are you talking about? And let's revive, shall we? Now I have a whole bunch of junk to deal with because of those enemies I fought over in the other world. So let me go back to Goku House, pop all this junk in a chest somewheres. Goku. Plant a whole bunch of Sakura. Doop, doop. This is where I'm setting up my base, so it's where I'm going to be planting my pretty trees. So yeah, I have a few more of these to plant. And then I need to dump some junk, and then we're going to see if just Kaioken level 2 is enough to beat Nappa and Vegeta. I'm going to assume not, but we might as well still give it a try. Okay, inventory's dealt with. All that good stuff. I should probably eat back up to full key real quick and get good food ready. Because I feel like eating at least something between Nappa and Vegeta is the only real way to win this fight, if I do somehow manage to beat Nappa. Although, let me say their dialogue before I summon them in, because I won't get the chance afterwards. Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! Had to get the meme out of the way. Anyways. Do I still have Kaioken still active? Yes. Um... Kaioken times 2! I severely doubt this is going to be enough. We're going to give it a shot nonetheless. Uh... Oh, no. No, I forgot to have Ki Scython. Okay, I still lost that fight, and I would have lost that fight even with Ki Scython. Maybe. I think I lost that fight. But if I was actually prepared from the beginning, it might have gone a little bit better. Although now the thing with Kaioken is that whenever you lose and get knocked out of Kaioken, you then have to wait for the ability, or effect. Which I think I can change, but I don't remember how. DRMC... It's like DRMC effect. Or is it DBC effect? I don't remember. There's something to do with it where you can like force yourself to have legendary or any of the effects from there. I don't remember how I do it. DBC, strain. Oh, strain remove for myself. Okay, it just has its own specific one. Remove Ardendris. I mean, that's just going to save us a little bit of time in the grand scheme of things rather than waiting 2 minutes every time. Anyways, let's try this again. Actually prepared to fight, shall we? Ki Scython. Kaioken times 2. Fight! Yeah. If I fight him properly and I'm prepared for the fight, I can do a whole lot better. The problem is, a whole lot better isn't quite enough just yet. Going to need to get some actual stat points. And based on the fact that we are more or less completely out of TP, we can get enough for 4 stats, maybe? Yeah, if the number goes up any major amount, less than 4, but barely 4 if it doesn't. I mean, I can get Kaioken level 2. I don't remember which levels give you the effects. Like, I think there's like 6 stages of Kaioken or 5 stages of Kaioken. But I don't remember if it's every 2, like the second level will make it better and make it last longer, or if the second level will make it stronger. I will give you a higher percentage or times. I don't quite remember. Really getting Kaioken level 2 is just like a good idea anyways. I can even get it to level 3. Let's not take Kaioken too far just yet. It's a very powerful modifier if you start stacking it with things. Although when you start stacking it with like super forms, like super form level 1 in Kaioken, you can stack fairly well. But the higher your multipliers, the higher your stats, the more drain you get from Kaioken, which makes it kind of hard to actually maintain with like a god form. Like, it's borderline impossible to have God form and Kaioken activated at the same time. The drain is just, like, way too much to handle. Like, level 2 Kaioken. What boost do I get for this? Kaioken times 2? Can I reach times 3? Okay, Kaioken times 3 is what I've got available right now. But that's as far as I can go. And with that, it's somewhat stronger. It's not actually times 3. Kaioken is not multiply your stats by 3 at times 3. It is multiply the modifier by 3, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But let's head over to Rocky Biome. Is this little power boost right here enough? Something tells me no. We're going to need to do actual training, but I thought I accidentally hit Vegeta there for a moment and got scared. Okay, Nappa goes down. Times 3 Kaioken was enough for Nappa. But Vegeta's just, like, so much stronger. I would need, like, Senzu beans, honestly, available to me. Beat up. Vegeta! Ow, ow, ow. Fighting in midair is kind of rough, actually. Especially if he... Oh! I forgot that if you get too low on health, Kaioken won't kill you. It will just knock you down to 0%. And at which case, it was enough to make me take fall damage and die. And just for good measure, Vegeta hit me in the face on the way down. So we managed to beat Nappa. And technically speaking, since I have defeated Nappa, I could ignore Nappa and defeat Vegeta and beat that achievement. Or beat the story mission. I'm not going to do that. That's definitely pretty cheap. But I technically could. Yeah, it's back to training for us, isn't it? Kaioken times 3 is actually, or yeah, times 3 is what we currently have access to. Was enough of a boost. I could do that one more time, in which case probably get access to Kaioken times 4, which would probably just be enough on its own. But before we go too much on the modifiers like that, probably try putting like a few more points into actual stats first. So I meant to charge up on my way in. I forgot you were still in here. I forgot that you just didn't despawn. I'm gonna get into the training arena. I'm gonna do a little bit of training. I'll see you once I've strengthened myself a little bit more. I think I probably went a little bit overboard on TP. I doubt I am going to need a full 43,000. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Hold on, now I want a full 43,000 because I'm right there. Come on, I just need like 1 or 2 more hits. My shadow dummies really just despawn right there? I mean, I know that they only last a certain amount of time and that eventually they'll despawn on their own, but you do really have to despawn when I needed 1 more hit to hit the 43,000 that I wanted. That's silly. Like, the timing on that is silly. I need to hit 1 more thing. Like, I'm literally right there. The fact that I am that short to 43,000 is now messing with me. And the thing is, even if I do hit 1 more thing, I'm not going to hit 43,000. I'm going to fly right over it. But now I need to do it because of how close I am. This is how my brain works. Sorry, cow. You'll probably do. Game. Why you be so rude? There we go. Exactly 43,000. How did I manage that? Okay, game. I'm less angry with you now. Anyways, might as well grab a Senzu bean while we're here, as we sort of think over what our stats are going to go into. We have enough stats for basically whatever I want now. Also, I should definitely have one of these Senzu beans on call after we defeat Nappa. Because rather than eating like 5 steaks, I should just eat 1 of my Senzu beans, and that will be enough. So we'll have that prepared. Now, we can defeat Nappa. We know we can do it. It's not easy, but we can do it. How am I going to beat the Vegeta? Let's put... Do I put Khan up to 90, or do I keep it at 85? Let's put Khan up to 90. That's a more round number than 85, I think. I could pump it to 100, but that's probably going too far. Let's put 10 more points into willpower. I guess 15 more points into willpower then. Let's put spirit up to 4. Oh! Oh, man! So much for all those points. Now it's going to cost me over about 250 to get a singular strength point now. Oh, that was a pretty big mess up. 10 points in dex, or 15 points in dex. 10 points in strength, or 15 points in strength. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about ki running out anymore now, do we? Oh, that was not the intended... That was not the plan for what I was going to do there. We got absolutely no ki worries anymore. I can fly forever. Why is it only 5724? That's a weird number. Hmm. How much does ki boost do? 5724? 5778. That is not a lot. That's... ki boost doesn't feel that amazing. I'm only getting an extra 108. Maybe at level 10 it'll be more decent than that, but for right now that's not much. Let's put mind up to 250, I think. Most of my points are going into spirit and mind right now. Spirit accidentally. Mind, yeah. I'm actually not buffing the combat stats very much right now, even. What do I get instead? I somehow have most of the skills already. I don't know how this happened. Ki Fist and Ki Infuse to get stronger Ki Scythe is an option. I could level up Kaioken one more time and probably get access to ×4. That'll probably be enough. For endurance and Ki Protection, I have multiple options. Let's do these two. Then let's do potential unlock could be good. Meditation would be very nice. Let's do meditation to get slightly better regen. And save the last little bit of TP and the last little bit of mind. Our stats did not change as much as I was expecting them to do. And the way that they did change was much different than I was expecting. Apparently it's gonna storm outside because it's very dark in my room all of a sudden. Like, it was mostly fine while I was training. And then now it's just like all dark and gloomy. When did that happen? But we are probably considerably stronger now. 15 points in all of these. I think I just put 15 points into con, right? Or was it like 25? It was one or the other. Mine got 20 points, Spirit got 110. That was a goof. That was a serious goof. Now we're considerably tankier and we have a lot more stamina, basically. Like, we can probably... As soon as we get a super form, we'll be able to maintain it for a long while now that we have all that extra ki, at least. But anyways, looking at the time... Or probably a little bit early. This has ended up and split into a 7-minute part for the beginning and then like 32 now. But yeah, probably don't have enough time to like force the issue with Vegeta and Nappa right now. But we are considerably stronger and probably strong enough to take them on next time. But for right now, we have more inventory junk to deal with. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.